Standard 6th, subject Social Science, chapter number 11, Landforms, part 2. Today we are going to learn about different type of landform, that is plateau. This photo is of a plateau. According to this picture, we can see the definition of plateau, a land part having an approximate height of more than 180 meters above the sea level, wide and flat surface from the top is called plateau. सी लेवल से 180 मीटर जो जिस हाइट पे जो लैंड होती है ऊपर से फ्लैट, उसे प्लेट्यू कहते हैं. प्लेट्यूज आर क्लासिफाइड इन 3 टाइप्स: इंटरमोंटेन प्लेट्यू, पिडमोंट प्लेट्यू एंड कॉन्टिनेंटल प्लेट्यू. First is intermontane plateau. Any part of land which is fully or partially surrounded by the high mountain ranges from all the 4 sides is known as intermontane plateau. Plateau of Tibet and plateau of Mongolia are its example. ऐसी लैंड जिसके चारों तरफ माउंटेन्स होते हैं या फिर आधा पार्ट उसका माउंटेन होता है, उसे इंटरमोंटेन प्लेट्यू कहते हैं. ऐसे प्लेट्यू तिब्बत और मंगोलिया में देखे जाते हैं. सेकेंड इज पिडमोंट प्लेट्यू. रीजन हैविंग स्ट्रेट स्लोप ऑन द वन साइड ऑफ इन द फुट ऑफ माउंटेन इज कॉल्ड पिडमोंट प्लेट्यू. पेंटागोनिया ऑफ साउथ अमेरिका एंड पिडमोंट ऑफ यूएस, मालवा प्लेट्यू इन इंडिया आर द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ पिडमोंट प्लेट्यू. थर्ड इज continental plateau. An elevated land part during the geological movement or cooling down of magma on big highland creates continental plateau. Levick Highland of Maharashtra in India, plateau of Brazil, plateau of Uzbekistan, Spain, Greenland and Antarctica are the example of continental plateau. लैंड में कोई भी मूवमेंट होने की वजह से जो पार्ट ऊपर आ जाता है मैग्मा की वजह से, उसे कॉन्टिनेंटल प्लेट्यू कहते हैं. प्लेट्यू का इम्पोर्टेंस, वाई प्लेट्यू इज इम्पोर्टेंट. द लेविक सोइल ऑफ प्लेट्यू इज वेरी फर्टाइल एंड इट इज फेवरेबल फॉर कॉटन क्रॉप. वी कैन इजीली ग्रो कॉटन क्रॉप एट दिस प्लेसेस. Minerals like iron, manganese and gold are found from ancient solid rocks of this plateaus. Chotanagar Nagpur plateau of India, slopes of this plateau are very important for cattle rearing and also useful for tourism and film industries. These plateaus are created due to tectonic movements under the layers of earth. Therefore, this piece of land or these plateaus are having special qualities in their soil and landforms. Therefore, it is very helpful for us. Plateau has formed almost in the center of Saurashtra in Gujarat. We can say that the Saurashtra is located near or in the central part of plateau. Next is plain. Plain means a flat land at the height of less than 180 meters above the sea level and where we can live easily. Most of the plains in the world are formed by alluvial soil deposited by rivers. These plains can be easily available near the bank of rivers. Apart from rivers, some of the plains are formed by wind, volcano and glaciers. Plains are classified in 3 types. First is coastal plain. Such plains are mainly formed near the seashore. When the end of continental part of land near seashore is uplifted due to geological movement, thus plains are formed. Such plains are known as structural plains. We can see that when we are going to a seashore, the land on which we are standing is on the height comparing to the land which is under the sea. Thus it is created by the movement of the earth. This type of plains are often found in the coastal region Plain situated in southeastern part of United States of America spreads up to the Gulf of Mexico. It is an example of coastal plains. Erosions which occurs in bottom of the land create such plains. Plains in central of Australia is formed in same manner. Australia is surrounded by sea and ocean, therefore there are many coastal plains available at there. Second is erosional plain. The process of erosion goes on continuously on the surface of earth over the long run of time. Soil erosion means destruction of soil or damage is done to the soil due to various reasons. Such plains are formed due to erosion which occurs in mountain and plateau because of natural factors like river, wind and glaciers. Sometimes floods in the river or heavy rainfall or cyclone, glaciers, etc. destroy or washed off the qualities or of land. Therefore, it becomes erosional plain. This type of plains are not completely flat, but they are seen between hills of solid rocks. Plains of Canada and western Siberia are formed because of the erosions. Plains built by erosions are called panning plain. It is not very useful for agriculture. Depositional plain. This type of plain is formed because of alluvium deposited by rivers, glaciers and wind. Wind carries many dust particles with them. Therefore, it also carries some of the good organisms with it. So, we can say that the alluvium soil near the river bank or by the wind carries such organisms which is helpful and makes the soil alluvium. Such plains are called depositional plain and also called riverine plain because it is situated near the rivers. For example, the river plains of Ganga and Yamuna in India, where most of the population of Indian peoples are living because of the alluvium plain. Yangtze Plain in North China, Lombardy Plain formed by the Po River in Italy are the unique example of alluvial plains. When plains are formed with the deposition of alluvial in the lakes, then they are lake fields. Kashmir Valley is an example of lake fields in India. There are many lakes in Jammu Kashmir which is formed due to glaciers and their landforms. Plain is very much important for us because we can construct buildings, houses and we can live on the plains safely. We can do agriculture on plains. Places of human habitation and trade commerce are established in fertile plains. Flat plains has proved more useful for roads, routes and railroads. Cities having dense population are situated in plains. Fertile land is more useful for farm production. Farm produces raw material for industries. The important question in this topic is why the plains near the river are densely populated. For example, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. The North India is highly populated due to the plains because many rivers are located in northern India and it creates a vast plain with alluvium soil. So, it is very useful for people to live there, to farm there, agriculture there and to make trade and commerce easy. Therefore, northern India is highly populated. In next part, we will learn about the different landforms and we will solve the questions related to it. Thank you.